one critical thing that anybody who wants to create wealth through dairy and livestock farming must know, there is something that is spoken about on light note. It's called silage.
Silage.
Yes. Anybody who is into that sector must perfect their art of creating silage from whatever feed material they have. Because for a ruminant, that is a cow, a goat, all those that have rumen, for them to extract the nutrients that you have packaged for them from whatever feed they have fed on, it first of all must ferment.
Yes. Vizuri.
A cow is called a ruminant because it has a rumen. And a rumen is simply a fermentation tank par excellence.
Okay.
Whatever a cow takes, takes between 20 and 40 hours fermenting so that it can now move to extraction.
Okay.
Then it gets extracted, extracted to get the residue after 72 hours come out as cow dung. You get?
Yes.
Now, farmers who know the art of creating wealth through dairy and livestock farming, when they harvest their napier grass, when they harvest their straws, when they harvest their hay, when they harvest after harvesting maize, they get the stovers.
Yeah.
They first of all employ the knowledge that a cow will only extract after fermentation and turn their hay, turn their napier, turn their straws, turn the grass they bring or whatever, whether it's pakchong or whatever, into silage. Silage is a very crucial process in creating wealth through livestock and dairy farming. Because once you ensile your fodder, you introduce microbes. And in Monoplus, we have a product called Monoplus Livestock Microbes, which you can use to create silage from maize stovers, silage from straws, silage from hay, silage from napier grass, silage from maize. And then you set it up there, the microbes will degrade. Itavunjavunja hiyo nutrients is released zikiwa kabla ng'ombe ale. By the time ng'ombe anakula, energy is loose, protein is loose, minerals are loose, trace elements are loose and readily available. The cow will only complete the process briefly and start extracting them and turning them into growth, into meat, into fertility, into milk, into reduced cow dung. By the end of the day, you realize that if your cow was giving you a wheelbarrow of cow dung, by the end of the day, she'll start giving you a half a wheelbarrow. And because the cow has extracted more excessively, the benefits of whatever you fed will manifest in faster growth, better milk, more fertility, more meat and all that. Now that process is very key because then you stop wasting your money through feed. If you don't, for example, assist your animal to break down the dairy meal that you hear farmers talk about, a farmer who spends 100 shillings on dairy meal only gets their cows to utilize between 25 to 40 shillings out of every 100 they spend. The rest goes out of the cow through the cow dung, it actually passes, that is 60 to 65 to 75 shillings out of every 100 would go to the cow dung. And that is why you would find that farmers who feed mainly, who supplement with things like dairy meal, maize yam, wheat bran, have a lot of wastages in the cow dung and heaps. And you find chicken and even birds love to go and scavenge.
Why is this so?
It is so because cereal byproducts and things like maize yam, dairy meal, and cotton seed cake and all that the animal is being fed on require a longer period for the animal to extract optimally. They require a activity by microbes that so that they can break them down. But you see, they keep on, it's like a clearing and forwarding.
Yes.
Before they are completely extracted from chamber 1, they move to chamber 2, chamber 3, chamber 4, intestines and all that, while at every stage, they still have a lot of what would have been extracted.
Yes.
And the end result is you find a lot of that in the cow dung because an animal has a clear process and you can't delay the process. So it has to keep on going.
Yes.
And an animal does not have a sensor that there is still enough energy in this, let me contain. There's still enough protein here, let me contain. No. And that way, imeenda. Now, because a farmer doesn't know what they are losing, when they get an increment of a liter or 2 from dairy mill, they think they have made money. Yet the same amount of dairy mill would have given them 4 or 5.
So what is the solution to that?
The solution, actually at Mola Plus Group, we have an innovated product. A product that we have innovated is called Mola Plus Livestock Microbes, and we have a patent for it. Because this was a new addition to the body of knowledge all over the world. And we have a right to it. It is what we use to break down the nutrients for the animal and then optimize extraction.
Yes.
And then you find that there is no wastage of feed in the raw material, in the cow dung.
In the cow dung.
And you only remain with a low volume of cow dung,
yes.
but increased milk production, increased growth,
Yes.
increased fertility, increased meat production.
Yes.
So a farmer ends up wasting less because more is extracted. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk to us about practices, old practices. Pale nyumbani asubuhi ukitaka kukama ng'ombe, unamwachilia ndama kidogo, ananyonya kidogo, unamvuta, unamfunga hapa kando, unakama, unasema ni kama imepungua kidogo, acha akuje. Alafu unambakishia yake. What is this we are doing?
Sasa hiyo yake ni kiasi gani unambakishia?
Ukiona kama haitoki sana, unamwachia.
Sasa hapo mami ndio tunapotoka sana. Kwa sababu shida kubwa kabisa ni kukosa kujua kitu cha kufanya. Kwanza kabisa research inaonyesha kwamba ndama asiruhusiwe kunyonya mamake.
Okay.
Kwanza kabisa sababu hiyo ilitokana na umuhimu wa kitu kinachoitwa colostrum katika ufugaji. In dairy farming, colostrum, yani colostrum ni yale maziwa ya kwanza yanayotoka katika kiwele cha ng'ombe ambaye amezaa. Sio mkamuo wa pili, sio mkamuo wa 3, sio mkamuo wa 4. Ni ule mkamuo wa kwanza. Huo mkamuo wa kwanza ni muhimu kabisa, na katika shamba la mfugaji ni kama gold. Lakini kwa kukosa kuelewa vizuri, mkulima anafikiria colostrum ni yale maziwa ambayo ng'ombe anatoa kabla ya badilika rangi ya kuwa meupe. Hiyo sio colostrum. Colostrum ni ule mkamuo wa kwanza. Na colostrum huanza kutengenezeka katika kiwele cha ng'ombe akiwa na wiki 5 ndipo azae. Na ndipo ng'ombe lazima atunze vizuri sana. Zile wiki 5 ndipo azae hujenga kitu kinaitwa colostrum. Na hii colostrum inajengekaje? Ng'ombe akikumbana na magonjwa ya aina fulani katika mazingira ambayo anakulia, yeye hupigana na yale magonjwa, kisha anajenga kinga zidi ya yale magonjwa. Hizo kinga anazihifadhi katika kiwele chake. Anahifadhia mtoto wake. Ndipo atakapozaliwa apate kinga itakayomzuia na hayo magonjwa asimmalize kabla adevelop immunity yake. Haya, ng'ombe anaenda pia anapatana magonjwa mengine, tena anajenga kinga, anaweka kwenye kiwele. Hivyo for the last 5 weeks, it is like the cow takes statistics of what is common as disease and builds defense against that and stores it in the udder for the sake of the yet to be born baby. Now, upon delivery, that will manifest as colostrum as the first milk. And it is the richest product that an animal produces in a lactation. And that product must be milked because it stops production immediately. The calf drops out of the rumen.
Okay.
Colostrum haitolewi tena. Now, once it has stopped, you remove it. Feed your calf at least 2 liters in under an hour. And then keep feeding as much as possible for the first 24 hours. If you want your calf never to die because of lack of immunity. It is just like when we had COVID. We were given vaccines against COVID. A cow prepares vaccines for the calf before delivery, and then upon delivery, administers the calves. Then the animal now gets ability to fight diseases. Many other things are also delivered through cholesterol, including the richest nutrients, including growth promoters, including things that will make a calf to now assimilate, adapt to the environment and start now facing life on earth. Now, after you have done that, remember you have now ensured survival of the calf.
Of the calf, yes.
When you ensure survival of the calf, you now get an opportunity to now start nurturing the calf and turn it into a factory that will be most productive during her lifetime.
Okay.
And now that we shall talk about when we talk about proper calf management. Now, milking.
Yes.
Now, milking, when you are milking a cow, first of all, people make a lot of mistakes. Wanatafuta kaderi mi wanawekea pale ng'ombe ndio wampembeleze, azubae ndio wamkamue. Hiyo ni kitu moja ambayo inawaangamiza. Pili, unakuta mtu amefunga ng'ombe katika hali ambayo anamtesa. Ng'ombe anakuwa na super tension. Hiyo stress in any organism is an anti-production, is against production. Any organism under stress cannot perform properly. And an animal ambayo umefunga akona stress na nini, huyo ng'ombe hawezi kukupea the best out of it. Try to understand how do you do it. Milking, you need to understand the art of milking. Kwa sababu kumkamua ng'ombe tu unamkamua si hivyo. Inafaa ujue kwamba unataka kumkamua usimtese.
Yes.
Ukimkamua unafaa kumaliza kukamua chini ya dakika 6, dakika 7. Hata akiwa na maziwa mengi. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu kuna a certain hormone ambayo inareleasiwa katika system ya ng'ombe, na hiyo hormone hustimulate maziwa yatoke na ng'ombe anafurahia kukamuliwa. Anafurahia kukamuliwa. Ikipita dakika 7, ukijaribu kuguzaguza hiyo matiti unamtia uchungu. Ni kwa sababu ile kufurahia ile hormone imeexpire kwa system. Sasa ng'ombe anaanza kuona kama unamfinya, unamtesa, anakosa amani.
Okay.
Na kitu ambacho hufanyika ambacho ni hatari hapo ni kwamba ng'ombe ataanza kufinya maziwa. Kwa sababu si raha tena, ni uchungu. Katika ile hali ya kuwa uchungu, ng'ombe anafika mahali anaanza kukazia maziwa. Unaanza kukuwa na issues kwa sababu hutoi maziwa yote. Ng'ombe anaanza kukuwa na issues kama mastitis.
Yes.
Unaona, kwa sababu ya kukosa kujua kitu cha kufanya, umesababisha madhara ambayo yanaweza hata kuangamiza uwezo wa ng'ombe yako miaka yake yote.